Hello, my name is Anabel, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I've done. So I worked a little bit on here.
And what is this, Anabel?
This is a house with 4 cellars.
And your novel was?
Freedom Crossing.
Thank you.
And I worked a little bit on all of these cellars over here.
And why were the cellars in the house with 4 cellars important to the story?
That's where everyone gets to the river, all the slaves, and then they go over to Canada.
That led them to the Underground Railroad, right?
Yes.
And why are there cobwebs and everything in the House of 4 Cellars?
The story says that the house with 4 cellars is supposed to have a bunch of those.
Yeah, it's abandoned, right?
Yes.
And what are you showing us next?
This is the way to the river.
And who is the character? Tell me a little bit about the character who was trying to make their way to the river.
His name is Martin, and he was a slave that escaped and wanted to go to Canada.
And how old was he? Do you remember?
No.
Is he an adult? Is he a child?
A child. And he was trying to meet his dad in Canada.
And just while you're showing us other aspects of the river, can you tell me what was one of your more favorite things to work on?
The Underground Railroad, which also is another way to go to Canada.
And did you find anything particularly difficult?
No.
Is this your first time on Minecraft?
Yes.
And so what have you found with Minecraft? What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's good because you can be creative with what you're building.
You learned it quite quickly too, right, Anabel?
Yes.
For somebody who hasn't used it before, you've been able to learn quite fast and how to use it as a tool to show your learning.
Yes.
Is this the Underground Railroad right now?
We're going to Canada right now.
And Anabel, just as you're showing us the railroad underneath, can you tell me just a couple of things that you're finishing off with your group? Is there anything else that needs to be done for your project?
Not that much.
You're pretty well done?
Yes.
We almost there?
I'm not exactly sure how far.
And Annabelle, just as we're waiting for you to show us the way to Canada, can you just tell me your favorite part of the story?
Teachers, please pardon this interruption just before the light
My
goes.
favorite part of the
It is
story
still pretty
was
cold outside, although it was really nice at recess. I
Martin
enjoyed my time
got
out there. But at
over
lunch,
the
we're going to
river
give you a
and
couple of options,
the
students, so
problem
listen
was
carefully. There will be no option of being in your classroom unless your teacher is in there supervising you.
Okay, thank you, Annabelle.
So class